Football Facts presents the best starting 11 coming from the youth system of Barcelona. The Youth Academy of Barcelona, known as La Masia, is one of the best academies. In 2010, Spain won the World Cup, while 9 graduates of La Masia hanged a gold medal on their neck. Let's check who are the best 11 who came through the youth ranks of the Catalan side. Goalkeeper Victor Valdés. Coming through the youth ranks of Barcelona, he made his debut for the first team in 2002. By 2003 he became a first-team regular, a place that he would keep until 2014. Though he was not always consistent, he was part of a very strong team that won everything locally and abroad. In fact, Valdés won 3 Champions League titles, 6 La Ligas and 2 Copa del Rey. He is mostly remembered for his performance on the Champions League final of 2006 when he stopped Henry twice, before Barcelona turned the game. He didn't play much for Spain due to the presence of Casillas, but he won both the World Cup and European Championship. Centre-back Carles Puyol. One of the best defenders of his generation, he spent his whole career with Barcelona. Known for his leading skills, Puyol started his career as a right-back but soon was transferred to centre of defence. In fact, Puyol broke into the first team in 1999 at the age of 21 and since then played a very important role on a team that dominated Spain and Europe. He had formed strong defensive partnerships with Marquez and later with Piqué. He is one of the most decorated footballers, as he won all possible titles with Barcelona and Spain. He retired at the age of 36 in 2014, having played 593 games for Barcelona and scored 18 goals. With Spain he featured 100 times and scored 3 times. Centre-back Gerard Piqué. Though he spent some time with the academy of Manchester United, Piqué is definitely a La Masia product. At the age of 17, he left his childhood team and moved in England and Manchester United. He didn't play much for the Red Devils, as he was young, and at that time Ferdinand and Vidic had formed a very strong partnership. Despite this, he managed to win a Premier League and a Champions League. In 2008, Barcelona paid £5 million to Manchester United in order to secure his return. He immediately formed a strong partnership with Puyol as Barcelona went on to win the treble. The treble achievement was repeated again in 2015. Throughout his career, Piqué won everything with both Manchester United and Barcelona. With Spain he made 89 appearances so far and scored 5 goals. He won both the World Cup and the European Cup. Right back Albert Ferrer. Ferrer came through the youth ranks of Barcelona and was part of the dream team of Cruyff during the early 1990s. He stayed in Barcelona until 1998 and then moved in Chelsea, where he finished his career. With Barcelona he won 5 La Liga titles, 1 European Cup, 1 Cup Winners' Cup and 2 Copa del Rey. When he moved in Chelsea, he was regular but injury troubles often kept him out of the team. During his last 2 seasons especially, he had very sporadic performances. With the club he managed to win the European Super Cup and an FA Cup, which he missed due to an injury. He was also a Spanish international, totaling 36 appearances and representing Spain in 2 World Cups. Left back Sergi Barjuan. Between Sergi and Jordi Alba, we'll choose Sergi due to the fact that Alba spent much of his childhood career away from Barcelona. Sergi broke into the first team in 1993 and became the first choice for the left-back position. He was first choice until the last season with Barcelona. In 2001, Barcelona signed Francesco Coco on loan from Milan, so the 2 footballers pretty much shared playing time. At the end of the season he left Barcelona and signed for Atletico Madrid, where he eventually finished his career after 3 seasons. Sergi was also first-team choice for Spain as he appeared 56 times and scored once. He represented his country in 2 European Cups and 2 World Cups. Defensive midfielder Pep Guardiola. At this position we could have included Busquets, but Guardiola is a footballer that played a very important role on Cruyff's achievements as a manager of Barcelona. He was a tough player with excellent technique and also creative. He broke into the first team in 1991 and immediately became a first-team regular. He was a key player for Barcelona that dominated Spain and Europe during that time. In 1997 he became captain of Barcelona and would keep the armband until 2001 when he left the club. With Barcelona he won 6 La Ligas, 2 Copa del Rey, 1 European Cup and 1 Cup Winners' Cup. He represented Spain in 1 World Cup and 1 European Cup as he went on to win 47 caps and scored 5 times. He later became manager of Barcelona where he reformed the team which went on to dominate Europe. Central midfielder Xavi Hernandez. Xavi is a player that made his name as a synonym to success. He made his debut for the first team in 1998 and by next season he became first option as Barcelona won La Liga. During the next seasons, Barcelona was facing several financial troubles and the team couldn't win anything. By 2004 however, the arrivals of Ronaldinho, Deco, Juli, and Ito brought the team back to the top, with Xavi being the vice-captain and one of the major keys of the team. Later, he formed a strong partnership with another 4 La Masia graduates, Iniesta, Pedro, Messi and Busquets, leading the team on its most golden years. He was most known for his abilities to keep the ball and assisting his teammates. He was often nicknamed as Mr. Through Ball. Throughout his career with Barcelona, he won 4 Champions League titles, 8 La Ligas and 3 Copa del Rey, including 2 trebles. He appeared 133 times for Spain and scored 13 goals, as he won the European Cup twice and the World Cup once. Attacking midfielder Andres Iniesta. The partner of Xavi on the midfield line of Barcelona and Spain, Iniesta came through the youth ranks of Barcelona and made his professional debut in 2003. He gained more appearances in 2005 as Barcelona went on to win its first La Liga after 6 years. His perfect skills with the ball and playmaking abilities made him an important first-team member at just the age of 20. By 2006 he was regular and he was called for the World Cup. On the same season he won his first Champions League as Barcelona won Arsenal on the final, with Iniesta coming from the bench on half-time. So far Iniesta won the Champions League 4 times, La Liga 8 times and Copa del Rey 5 times. With Spain he won the European Cups of 2008 and 2012, and the World Cup of 2010. On the final of 2010 he was the man of the match as he scored the winner in extra time against Netherlands. At the age of 33, Iniesta played 119 games for La Roca and scored 13 goals. Left winger Pedro Rodriguez. He broke into the first team in 2008 at the age of 20. On that season Barcelona had a forward line which consisted of Messi, Ito, Henry, Boyan, and Gudjohnsen, so it was hard for Pedro to appear regularly. Nevertheless he won the treble on that season, as he also featured on the Champions League final as a late substitute of Andres Iniesta. On the second season however, he featured much more. Until December, he was able to score in all 6 club competitions that he featured. At the end of the season he participated on the World Cup with Spain. He had a very decent performance, playing 5 games, as Spain won its first World Cup. 2 years later he won the European Championship with Spain. This meant that at the age of 25, Pedro had won all major trophies. In 2011 he won a second Champions League, but this time he was regular, scoring the opening goal, as Barcelona went on to win Manchester United 3-1. In 2015, winning his second treble. He left Barcelona for Chelsea, where he won the Premier League in 2017. Right winger Carles Reixach. Reixach might not be as decorated as the other footballers on this list, but still remains one of the best players who came through the ranks of Barcelona, though there was no La Masia back then. Reixach broke into the first team in 1965 and remained on the club until the end of his career in 1981. During that period, Spanish football was dominated by Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. Barcelona was not bad during these seasons but finished second in 7 occasions. The only La Liga title came in 1974, with Reixach and Cruyff being the best players of the team. Except the La Liga title, he won the Spanish Cup in 4 occasions, Intercities Cup twice and the Cup Winners' Cup once. With Spain he played 15 times and scored 2 times as he represented his national side on the World Cup of 1978. Forward Lionel Messi. In 2000, Carles Reixach was scout at Barcelona, and he discovered a little genius talent. He immediately signed him and joined La Masia at the age of 13. Messi impressed on the youth departments of Barcelona, and at the age of 17 he made his debut. By 2005 he was regular for the team and together with Ronaldinho and Samuel Eto'o, dominated Spain and Europe. An injury towards the end of the season kept him out of the Champions League final that Barcelona won against Arsenal. Gradually, Messi became the star of Barcelona, and when Ronaldinho left in 2008 he became the natural leader of the team. He went on to win 5 Ballon d'Ors as Barcelona dominated Spain and Europe. So far he won the Champions League in 4 occasions, La Liga in 8 and Copa del Rey in 5. Including the treble twice. Undoubtedly he is the best player that came out of Barcelona's youth system and possibly the best player ever to feature in football. At international level, he chose to represent his country of origin, Argentina. Though he reached the final of the World Cup of 2014 and the final of Copa America in 2015 and 2016, he was unable to win any major trophy. So far, at just the age of 30, he played 118 times for Argentina and scored 58 goals. He is the all-time top scorer and the 3rd most capped Argentinian. Do you agree with this selection or we should make some changes? Comment below. Thanks for watching.